Hello, this is a Savage Gear Surf Seeker. This is the 30g version. Sorry if my breathing's a bit bad. I've got a terrible cold at the moment. I can hardly breathe. Anyway, these are great. They are good lures, but their main benefit is their castability. All the weights here, see it's thin there, and the weight's there, and you can lob these things out miles. They really do go out, and for that reason they're a really good lure. Probably my go-to lure when you've got a onshore wind blowing in your face and you can't really chuck much out there at any distance. These work really well. They're aimed at UK bass fishermen, I believe, and they excel for bass, they really do, but also very, very good for sea trout. And down on the Atlantic coast in the Straits of Gibraltar, where it's always windy, I've caught other species on them. I've caught gilt-head bream on them, groupers, other similar sort of species like corvina and that, as well as bass. But of course they work for all manner of fish really. When they sink, they do a 360 rotation, which is obviously very attractive, and you do get quite a lot of fish on the drop on these, which is good. And basically with these, you just cast them out and reel them back. And I like to fish lures slow, but this you can't fish that slow because of all the weights there. And of course, if you fish it slow, it'd be like this. So to fish on the horizontal, you need to speed it up a bit. Excuse me. And but if you if you just flick it back in the water, you'll see how it goes. You'll get used to them. And this one has got a big single, but they come with a big single and a treble. I just happen to prefer the single. I feel single hooks is like when they're in, they don't often come out, whereas a treble can often work against itself. But that's a personal choice. One thing I would say about them is you need a swivel with them. It doesn't have to be a link like this, it can just be on a split ring. If you hook a fish on these, on any metal lure, and they twist like that without a swivel, that's what can happen, and that can pull the hook out of the fish's mouth. It doesn't happen a lot, but it can happen. So that's worth bearing in mind. This design, it's not a unique design. There was a Norwegian company that was knocking out something similar to this years ago. Nowhere near as attractive as this, but the same thing where the weight was down here to aid casting. Anyway, these ones come, I think, from 10g to 40g. The 30g's are a good size, I think, for fishing into a wind. It's not too heavy, not too light. The smaller sizes I haven't used, and I don't use these unless it's very, very windy. Well, basically because I don't think they're any better or any worse than other lures. Savage Gear do the line through sand hills and that. They're great lures. They don't cast as well, but I'd probably fish them on a calmer day, to be fair. One thing as well I find about these seem to fish a lot better over sand than they do over rocks. Rocks and kelp and whatever. I don't know if that's just me or whether that's, they just do. But yeah, they're good. They're really good. I would advise anyone that does any sort of bass lure fishing, sea trout lure fishing, with storm beaches or any sort of beach really, or rocks where you get goes onto sand. Have some of these because they can be they can save the day on a very windy day, and they can also enable you to fish properly as well when you can get the casts out there, whereas a lot of other lures you can't, and that's their benefit, probably their only benefit really. Yeah, they're a good lure. There we go, the Savage Gear Surf Seeker. This is a 30g one, available in a lot of different colours. This colour's good for cloudy water, so is the white colour that they do, but they come in a whole range of colours and a whole range of weights. Okay.